In the early 1900s, Pepsi was on the brink of extinction. Not once, but twice. Originally formulated in 1893 as Brad's Drink by pharmacist Caleb Bradham, it gained momentum under the new name Pepsi-Cola. However, missteps, including a costly sugar shortage during World War I, led to bankruptcy in 1923. Fast forward to the 1930s, a savvy entrepreneur named Charles Guth purchased the failing brand and gave it a new lease on life by introducing Pepsi's now iconic 12-ounce bottle, priced competitively at 5 cents. The lesson? Understanding your customers' pain points, such as affordability during the Great Depression, can create market disruption. But this was just the beginning. In the 1960s, Pepsi made an audacious move that would cement its identity forever: the launch of the Pepsi Generation campaign. Instead of battling Coca-Cola on tradition, Pepsi targeted the youth. They didn't just sell soda. They sold a lifestyle, a vibe. Young people drawn to rebellion, freedom, and forward thinking found a brand that spoke to them. Suddenly, Pepsi wasn't just a drink sitting next to Coke. It was a movement, and the Pepsi Generation became a cultural phenomenon. This smart focus on demographic-specific marketing positioned Pepsi as the more modern and daring choice, while Coca-Cola remained tied to nostalgia. But who could forget the Cola Wars of the 1980s, the single most intense marketing rivalry ever? Pepsi took on Coke directly with its infamous Pepsi Challenge, a blind taste test that showed more people preferred Pepsi's sweeter formula over Coca-Cola. This bold, head-on strategy was marketing brilliance. In essence, it dared consumers to challenge their loyalty, shaking the foundation of Coca-Cola's dominance. Then came one of the craziest gambles in corporate history: 1984's Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show featuring Michael Jackson. Pepsi redefined advertising by merging brands with pop culture megastars. It wasn't just selling soda. It integrated itself into the fabric of music, sports, and youth culture. TV and billboard ads showed Jackson casually sipping Pepsi with the tagline, "The choice of a new generation." What company could resist the magnetic pull of being tied to the king of pop himself? Yet another stroke of genius was Pepsi's strategy to expand globally in the 2000s. While Coca-Cola's brand was inadvertently tied to American culture, which didn't always play well overseas, Pepsi leaned into localizing its identity. In India, it partnered with cricket legends. In China, it embraced pop sensations. By tailoring its strategy to fit the dynamic needs of each new market, it scaled globally without losing its cool, youth-centric image. At its core, Pepsi never relied on one trick or one market. When the soda industry faced changing tides, like consumers embracing healthier choices, Pepsi evolved. Under its parent company, PepsiCo, the brand shifted gears to focus on snack foods, energy drinks, and healthier, unsweetened beverages. Think Gatorade, Tropicana, and Quaker Oats. They diversified so effectively that PepsiCo now generates more revenue from non-carbonated products than soda. Through keen acquisitions and visionary leadership, they stayed ahead of the competition by adapting to global trends rather than being caged by nostalgia. So, what can we learn from Pepsi's wild ride? First, know your audience and speak to their aspirations. Whether it's affordability during a depression or youth rebellion in the 60s, aligning your product with cultural needs builds undeniable allegiance. Second, don't be afraid to challenge big players head-on, but ensure your strategy is rooted in authenticity. Finally, and most importantly, innovate without fear. If Pepsi hadn't diversified beyond soda, it might have gone flat in today's health-conscious world. Instead, it continues to thrive, teaching us that legacy doesn't mean sticking to the past. It means constantly reinventing yourself for the future. And as we wrap up this journey, ask yourself, how can you build a brand that not only survives disruption, but leads it? Stick around for the next video where we uncover another titan of transformation, Tesla, and its electrifying rise to power.